Today's video is just a couple of things of us being around the house. It's me explaining about our free mulch that we got and putting some of that out today. And then our one of our granddaughters, she won a dancing competition, her dance competition this weekend, and she was in first place. So I got a few pictures of that, just some things going on around the house. I thought I'd just go ahead and share them with you. I hope you enjoy our video, and remember to hype and subscribe, to share and to comment if you've got something to say. We're so glad that you're here today. Well, good morning. I don't know what it's like at your house, but it's chilly here this morning. I am out here just messing around in the yard a little bit. I've got quite a few things to do today, and I just thought I'd just share some of the things around here with you. The rose bushes, they've come out. They're looking beautiful. These are the climbing roses that we've had for a very long time. I cut them back pretty severely last year, so I don't have the big cascading beautiful plumes that I had the year before. But they are still very beautiful, and I'm not going to complain a bit. We've been fighting the black spot. I have just few leaves this year. They've been less and less every year. What I do with these is just pluck off these leaves, put them in a plastic bag so they can't spread to anything else, and throw them away. But I am enjoying these roses this morning. These are Jackson and Perkins heirloom climbing roses. Of course, we bought these over 40 years ago, so I can't tell you the name. I can just tell you where I got them. They still sell Jackson and Perkins roses on their website, and they still sell them on Amazon. So if you're interested in those, this is a knockout rose that I got, I want to say Mother's Day, quite a while back. And it's beautiful in itself. It's been blooming longer than the climbing roses. So they sure have come out and bloomed, and they're so pretty. I've been enjoying them. I can see them from the window in the playroom, and they look pretty. This pink climbing rose, it's coming back. I cut it back pretty severely, and the reason that matters is because these, they bloom on a 2-year cane. These climbers, if you cut them back and it gets a new cane, there won't be a bloom on that new cane, but there will be a bloom next year. So that's, you have to really consider how you're pruning and cutting back. You can't cut a climber like this down to the ground every year because it would never bloom. And I do see some aphids. I have been trying my best not to spray or put anything on these because, you know, I have those great praying mantis, and I want them to come and enjoy these aphids. But they better hurry up because I don't want them to eat up the whole rose bush. But they sure are pretty. Sure are pretty this year. Now when you come up the house, you see all of these blooming, and the pink ones have not quite popped out yet. There's a few popped out, but you can see there's plenty of buds on these pink rose bushes. Look at that beautiful morning sun coming up over the house. Now look, something just had a party with that little rosebud. It just ate it all up. Probably the same aphids that's eating everything else. Got a few bug bites here. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a hack in my throat. I've got to trim these irises up, take the dead heads off so all the energy can go into the tubers for next year. I have stuff in the middle garden. That Queen Anne's lace is getting ready to bloom. Things out here that have quite a bit of blooms. Oh, and you might see, I might have shared this with you before, our city gives mulch away twice a year. And all you do is go to the office, the town hall, sign a waiver, and get a stake, and so you can stake where you want the mulch. Our water line is right here. Didn't want it on that. And so we had it dropped right here. They dropped that yesterday, and they took their little stake with them. And now we've got all of this beautiful mulch that we're going to go ahead and put out on the garden, and it sure does smell good. We have leaf and limb pickup here where we live, and so what they do in the neighborhood is when they pick up all the leaves and limbs, they grind it up and they let it decompose for several years. You know, they have huge ongoing piles, and what they do is just go ahead and mulch that up. They use it here in the town, and they also offer it to the residents. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that a great benefit? So it was free. It didn't cost anything. Just had to go up there and sign up for it. And if you remember, you may or may not, I don't know how close you keep up with my gardening, but there are knockout roses here. I think it was about 2 years ago, I set that knockout rose out, so that would be something beautiful over here in the front on this side. And the wild rose that's growing behind it is a climber, and that wild rose is getting ready to bloom. Now we've got a crepe myrtle right here. We had to trim it back severely because it was dropping all over the driveway. And then we've had one that came up naturally from seed from this crepe myrtle. So it's growing here, and we decided to leave it. And it is taller than me now. That'll be quite a bit of mulch to put out. Now it's supposed to stay rather cool today, 67 degrees. It was 37 degrees when we got up this morning. Now our last frost date was April 15th. This is April 21st, and we had a frost warning last night. So there's the colds come back around. It's just how it is sometimes, especially in our area. That's the reason I wait a good while before I start my garden, is because if I get it out there too early, it's just going to come a cold spell, and it's going to make everything slow down in growing. Now I do have some things over here. I had already brought some things out of the house. Some of my house plants, they got a little bit too cold. I've got these that I picked up at that garden place that we went, that wonderful, see, I think it's wild something. I'll show it on here. I've got some videos on it. They had their open house. We went there and ate free hot dogs. But I got some of these plants here, and they were up under the shelter of these trees right here, so frost didn't get on them. But I can see that the cold has affected them. They're a little bit not quite their beautiful selves because of the cold. Now I have not gotten out here and cleaned up this mess that I've got right here, all of my starter pots, because I haven't started my seeds yet. And all of these things that I've got out here that I'm going to be using shortly. And I've got to clean all this up and put it in my potting shed. Haven't got that done. Haven't got out here to do it. It's going to take a day or more to get all this in order. Now those severe storms that we had, they did take off a couple of branches. Donald got out there last night and trimmed those branches in the middle of the night with his headlamp on, because he is so busy at this time of the year, and I'm so busy at this time of the year that there's just not the time to get out here and spend the days. Even though we've got a small area, this is between a quarter and a third of an acre. Here it's a lot. Even though we've got a small lot, it is labor intensive. There are a lot of beautiful things on this small lot. Now here on the peace rose, these aphids have just been having a party. They have munched on all of the leaves, and that's worrisome. I hope those those praying mantis get out here and do their job soon, because I don't want them to eat up the aphids to eat up my rose bush. I have figured out a trellis plan for this rose bush. It's a peace rose. It's beautiful. Look at it. It's a very tall climber. Last year it went all the way to the top of the house, and I did cut it back a little bit. Ooh, look at that red bird sitting on the chair. See him right here? Got a lot of birds out here. A lot of birds in this area. But this peace rose, it has needed a trellis for several years, and we couldn't quite figure out what kind of trellis we wanted because this thing grows so tall. But I think we have got it figured out now, and I'll share that with you when Donald has the time to get that trellis built. This rhododendron's looking beautiful. I'm not leaving it here. These get very large. It goes over on the north side of the house. But I did get this pretty rose right here, and it is sort of the colors of the peace rose that's right here. So I am going to plant it underneath or close by this rose just because I love the colors, and I think they'll look really, really good together. Well, I'm going to pick a piece of this mint, and I'm going to go in and make tea. It's cold. Well, the free mulch is getting distributed. It's going down a little bit. We got some here. Now these are my reishi mushrooms growing right here on this old stump, so I'm trying not to disturb those. I still want them to grow. I can harvest what's there, but I want them to come back for a little bit longer. Still got some food for them in that stump, but it's looking good right here. It's looking so much better. Everything is just looking beautiful out here in the sun. It warmed up. You know, it was 39 degrees last night and a frost warning, and it's warmed up a little bit here. So it's going to take a little while to get this mulch distributed. It's leaf mulch, and it smells delicious. It is a delicious smelling mulch. It's a lot of leaf mulch in there, which is good to be good for the plants. You okay, Maddie? Look at those roses. Even more of them's bloomed out today since it's got later in the day. Oh, you picking you a rose?
Flowers.
Oh, it's pretty flowers. They're roses, baby. You smelling of it? It smells good. Hey, go get Duck. Do you want Duck? Go help Duck. Right over here. That's her stuffed animal, Duck. She'll be wanting it in a minute. Yeah, it turned out to be a beautiful day. It's probably about 70 degrees. We're putting the mulch right here. The comfrey's just looking a little like it needs water. I'm gonna have to make sure I water this good. This comfrey. It's got a lot of blooms on it. The leaves are not as big as they generally are. Of course, it's early in the season. They've just come back, so hopefully this will grow a little better. I can separate it. There's quite a bit of it there. Separating it is an option, so We're going to get a coat here on the perennial garden. The oregano, my husband cut back. I don't know if it's going to come back. I don't even see any signs of it. Of the oregano. I've got a rosemary over here. It needs to be cleaned out. It's got a lot of little trees coming up in it. Here's a mullein jumped out here. I'm sure my husband will mow this down because it is not in the proper place. So I do have some goldenrod coming back right here. This is goldenrod down here. Let's see if I can get behind the camera. There you go. That'll get tall and have the goldenrod heads on it. This rosemary's kind of bent over, but it's still doing really good. I've got more perennials, herbs I'm going to put in this garden. It gets a full sun right here, so it's a great place for them. They love it. But it just takes kind of a beating right in here for some reason. I'm not sure what all of it is. Why it's so hard to grow anything right here on this side. I kind of neglect it because it's not in the central location of the garden. I did notice we went and had lunch together. I took the baby's Madeline to get a hot dog. She loves hot dogs. And I got little David, he loves grilled cheeses. So we went out and had a lunch. I could have made it inside the house very easily, but we just wanted to get out. But I didn't show you the yellow rose blooming. The yellow rose bush out here is at the road, so I don't get a lot of shots of it in the central garden that I've got there. It is really pretty. It opens up to be like this, like an heirloom rose. It's not a real tight rose, but the buds are really pretty. And there's lots of them. The rose bushes are loaded up for some reason. They really, really are. Lots of beautiful buds and roses, and not quite like last year, but just as pretty. There's a honeysuckle growing up in this rose bush. I might have to trim that out. But that sure is pretty in the sun. It was pretty when we were pulling in. This is on the end garden. We've got 2 end gardens. They're on the end of the property here. There's one over there that I showed you that had the knockout rose. That beautiful mulch. I absolutely love to smell mulch. This mulch in particular smells delicious. It has a lot of leaf mulch in it. I'll put it up here and show you. Now this was free from our city. They have leaf and stick pickup. So you can see a lot of leaf. There's a lot of leaves in there, which is one of my favorite kinds of mulch is leaf mulch. The leaves do not change the pH of the soil. They don't add acidity. Pine needles will add acidity to your soil, but the mulch does not. And it's just like gold, really. Oh, it smells so good. I love it. My son was joking. We should make a manly cologne that smells like mulch and call it, what should we call it? What were we going to call our manly cologne?
Mulchae.
Mulchae. So we were going to make Mulchae cologne. I was going to roll Dad around in this mulch so he would smell like it. But it just smells so good. I don't know if it's because I'm a gardener or if it just does have a really wonderful, rich smell. It smells so good. You can smell it when you're shoveling up. But I also I love to smell the soil. The compost that breaks completely down any of the soil, it smells so good to me. Absolutely delicious. Let me make sure my helper's not covering up my seedlings. No.
Look, I got them all poking through.
Okay. But you're not covering up anything that looks like this, are you?
No.
Okay.
Anything that sprouted was like this. It's tossed beside us.
Oh, good. Thank you. Yeah, that's the problem I have with Dad. He covers up everything I have coming up. You know, he doesn't know the difference, so he just... Right here in particular, these little green... These are all cone flowers right here. Right here. They're coming back. Right, there's bunches of them right there. And so I don't want them to be covered up. These right here, Nath.
Okay.
Yeah, let's don't cover them up.
All right, let me do this then. So
Yeah. He is hand placing this mulch because there's stuff coming up, fresh stuff coming up in it.
this as well?
Yeah. And so he's just going around it. It's just, you know, you can't really shovel it when it's like this. It's the tender part, keeping the
You helping me,
seedlings.
Maddie? Say shooey.
I've got to put water in the bird baths because the birds have been waiting for it this morning, but we don't run the hose until after we get this stuff placed, or it would just be a mess. So we wait till we get everything done before we water anything. Yeah, I'm bothering him a little bit. So the mulch smells so good.
He'll be like, "Where's that smell? It's Mulchae. Cologne for men."
Yeah. Yeah. Rich, beautiful. I see a yellow jacket trying to make a stop in here. But we're not going to let him build a nest. This won't be here long enough for that. We'll get this spread out.
I'm gonna have to blow Grammy's rocks. I'm making a mess.
That's all right. I washed them off with the water hose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, I better get to helping him put some out. I only have his labor for a little while he stopped by this morning. I got to get into it. And here, that's cleaver.
Oh, I didn't mean to pull that.
That's an herb. See how it sticks to you?
It's really sticky. Look.
Yeah, it makes a really...
Oh, it's sticking to my glove. I
Yeah.
didn't pull it. It pulled itself.
Yeah, it's cleaver. He found the cleaver.
Nice.
I have these stashes of cleaver and different things. This makes a great ointment. Makes a great oil for skin rashes and different things. I'm going to save this.
There's some more cleaver here.
Okay.
I don't know if you're gonna harvest all of it. Or...
Oh, that's a lupine.
What,
Not
the beans?
lupine. It's I forgot what it's called. Hugely rich in nitrogen. I grow it in the winter.
What are these little stalks right here?
That's your bean pod. Oh, your seed pods. Look. If you open these, there's little black seeds in.
Oh, and you dry them out?
Yeah, and it self-seeds itself, really. But what I got this for is vetch. This is what this is vetch. And it's high in
Nitrogen, right?
nitrogen.
Nice.
So it's great to be a ground cover in the winter, and it's also great for your compost pile.
So put it in the compost?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that don't stick to you like the cleaver.
No, the cleaver stuck to the glove, pulled itself on out.
Yeah. There's a lot of wild wood sorrel in here that we love to eat. It's tangy. It's got a sour taste to it. And there's wild geranium in here. I think they call that bird's foot something. And then we've got a lot of flowers that are getting ready to bloom here in the middle garden. A lot of perennials. Some of them will bloom all the way up until fall, into winter. Did you lemonade? Little work going on out here. Thank God I've got muscle today. You know, I'm not what I once was when it comes to wheelbarrow mulch. It's supposed to rain this weekend, I think. So Donald was looking at it this morning, the mulch pile, our free mulch pile, and he was saying, "Oh, I hope we get that put out before it rains." We might. We just might get it put out before it rains. Couldn't be more pleased with this free mulch. It's great. Very thankful for it this morning. And see, when it comes to your gardening schedule, you have to be flexible, because even if I had something else planned today, I went up and signed to the city and signed a waiver that said that they could come on our property and put this mulch, and picked up a stake. And Donald wanted it right here because to him it was just the easy access to get all the way around and put things where they needed to be put. And so I agreed with him, and we put the stake out, and they dumped the mulch for us this morning. And what I was trying to say about all of that is, saying all that to say that I might not have had mulch planned for today, but because the mulch came today, that's what I'll be working on. Now, they said they would leave it for the week, any day of the week of the starting on the 20th. Now, luckily, they just delivered mine right on the 20th. Put it right here yesterday and delivered it early. So it could have came later in the week. It was one of those things I couldn't pinpoint the date, because it was a generalized thing. It was going to come the week of the 20th. So sometimes beginning Monday on to the end, the mulch was going to come and be delivered. So, I couldn't pinpoint an exact date when it would be here, but I'm very glad that it's here. And I'm going to work around the other things that I had scheduled, because I've got this to deal with today. Hello, I'm glad that you're here. Well, I am at this little greenhouse that I love to go to. Well, it had closed down. Well, it opened up under new management, under new ownership, actually. And I'm out here today. I didn't get to show you everything because I was talking. They're having a grand opening tomorrow, and I'm coming to that. So we were talking about everything, and I didn't really get to film. But I got a few flowers, not a lot, but a few. And you can see out there the greenhouse where everything's at. They have some beautiful trees. And look at the hanging baskets and stuff they have out here. It is beautiful. Super nice, beautiful. What a good place. It's an individually owned business, and things are grown. It's a little more pricey than Home Depot or any place like that, but you can see why it would be. The cost for them would be so much more. But it's really pretty. They've got a lot of nice stuff. I sure did enjoy. My hair's been blowing around. I really enjoyed going around and looking and seeing everything here. It was beautiful. Just right up my alley have the things that I like the most. Today is my mother-in-law's birthday, and so I'm out looking for things for her. And luckily, I was able to find a few things. I hope I got them in the car so that they don't scoot around. Well, I'm going to the Goodwill because I've got something else to look for her. She is wanting jean shirts, and she likes them worn in. She likes them, to be worn in. So I'm going there and look and see if they got anything like that for her. And so that's my last stop. And then the kids are spending the night. I'm having a sleepover with some of the grandkids tonight. So I've got to get ready for that. Lots going on. I bet it is for you too. You can see right there, the name of the place is the Yardbird. Look at all the mulches and different things they've got.